Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm gonna be talking about the 5 luxury items that YouTube made me buy. This is a tag that is going around on YouTube at the moment, and I've been tagged by the lovely Lux Purse Love. Hey babe, thank you so much for tagging me. I am so excited to film this video because so many items in my collection have been influenced by videos on YouTube. I'd also love to know if you guys have any items in your collection that YouTube made you buy. So if you've got anything in your collection that have been influenced by videos on YouTube, do leave them in the comments below. I'd love to know. So let's get started with my very first item. So the very first item that YouTube made me buy is the Louis Vuitton Speedy B bandolier 25 in the monogram canvas. More specifically, I bought this after watching Jerusha's video. At this point, I am sure 90% of the luxury community has this bag because of Jerusha from Jerusha Couture. So this was way before I even started thinking about starting my own YouTube channel. I used to watch a lot of YouTube videos already, and I started really loving Jerusha's videos because she's a fellow Aussie and I just absolutely loved her personality. So I got obsessed with her videos, and one day I came across her video on the Speedy B 25, and at this point I already had my Speedy 30 in the classic without the bandolier in the damier ebene, and you can see that bag right here. That was my very first designer handbag. So I wasn't in the market for another Speedy, and then I watched Jerusha's video and I fell in love with it. I could just see how handy this strap would be, and at this point I didn't have any monogram bags from Louis Vuitton, and when Jerusha talks about the patina on the vachetta leather, I just thought to myself, I need to get myself a monogram bag with vachetta leather on it so I can see a patina. And I'm really happy with the patina on this vachetta. It is quite even and I love this look a lot more than when the bag is brand new with the light vachetta. I mean, with the monogram, the patina on the vachetta just looks amazing. So that was my first item ever that I bought after watching a YouTube video thanks to Jerusha. The second item that YouTube made me buy is a Chanel mini flap, or should I say mini flaps. I currently own 3 different Chanel mini flaps in my collection. So I've got this square mini flap in the lambskin with the light gold hardware, and I've also got a chevron black caviar with silver hardware. This was my very first Chanel mini that I ever bought, and then I really wanted a rectangular mini, so just last year I added my rectangular mini in the color purple in the chevron lambskin with light gold hardware. So I'm going to hold this one because this is my favorite one. It is so pretty. The color is just amazing. Before YouTube, I didn't even know that this was even a size. So when I learned that Chanel made these bags, I also realized that these bags are pretty difficult to come by in this size, especially in the more neutral colors. And after watching a few videos on the Chanel minis, I decided I need to buy myself a Chanel mini bag, and I started looking for one. And every time I went into the boutique, the sales associates would say, oh, the Chanel mini is just so difficult to come by. We don't even have a wait list. You just need to get lucky, and one day you come in, it's there, then you can get it, but we can't really tell you when it's gonna come in. So after about a year or two, I actually went into the store, and by chance they had this one in store. And when I saw this, I just couldn't believe that I got my hands on a Chanel mini. So I immediately bought it, and then a couple of months later, one of the sales associates actually told me that this one had come in store. So I thought, you know what, different hardwares, different leather and different quilting, I'm going to grab this one because Chanel minis are that difficult to come by, especially in black, that when I find one, I might as well buy it. So YouTube definitely had an influence over my decision to get so many Chanel minis. I mean, it's not that many, but 3 Chanel minis is a lot for me. So yeah, I am really happy that YouTube introduced me to this mini size. They're truly versatile bags, so definitely a really good buy. Moving on, the third item that YouTube made me buy is the Louis Vuitton 6-key holder, and mine's in the monogram canvas with the fuchsia interior. So before I was convinced by YouTube videos, I did know that Louis Vuitton made these 6 key holders, but it didn't really appeal to me. I have seen them in the store, I have seen them on the website, and I remember thinking that looks like such an unnecessary item. You just need a key ring, or I mean, I don't even carry that many keys, so why the heck would people actually spend Louis Vuitton money and get such a silly item? Boy, was I wrong. I came across Minnie's review on the 6 key holder, so that's Minx for All here on YouTube. She did a review on the 6 key holder and she completely sold me on it. She was just saying if she could have one luxury item, it is going to be this 6 key holder. And initially I was thinking that's a bit crazy. I mean, I'd rather have a bag or something like that. Then I got on to watch more and more YouTube videos on the 6 key holder, and literally this item pops up in every single video that's related to what's in my bag or handbag essentials, you know, that sort of thing. So then slowly I started kind of warming up to it, and there was a moment that I thought, you know what, I'm gonna give it a go. Anyway, went into Louis Vuitton and purchased this one, and I, came home, put all my keys in it, and I was thinking, okay, well that's kind of cute, and I like the idea that behind here there is a slip pocket where you can fit a couple of credit cards, and I thought that's cool. If I just want to duck out to the shops, I can just put my license and credit card in there and have my car key, and I can just, have one little thing and just walk out the door. So that was my thought process when I first bought it, but ever since I started using it, I just realized how handy it is. It just keeps your keys really organized, so you never have to look through the keys to find the key that you want to use, and it makes it really easy for you to locate your keys in your handbag, because all you need to do is to look for the actual key holder. And as Minnie points out in her video, this is such a good little investment because you can keep all your sharp keys in there. So whenever you have keys in your handbag, you are protecting the interior of your nice handbags from getting scratches from your sharp keys. So it also protects your nice handbags. So for anyone who's still not sold on this, I definitely 100% recommend this one. The next item that YouTube made me buy is the Louis Vuitton Neverfull, and mine is in the size in the Damier Ebene print. And I've also since added another one in the Damier Azure canvas, as you can see in the background here. I always regarded myself as more of a speedy girl. So, when you have the Battle of the Louis Vuitton classic bags, the most iconic bags from Louis Vuitton are the Speedy and the Neverfull. And I always preferred the silhouette of the Speedy, and I just love how classic it looks with the top handle, and the Speedy has been around for much longer. And I never really was into the Neverfull. To be really honest, I just thought it looked quite flimsy with the thin straps, and I just didn't think it was anything special. It was just an open tote bag that I didn't need to spend so much money on. Fast forward a couple of years, I was actually looking for a designer tote bag that was big enough to fit a laptop, a couple of folders, and I started doing some research on YouTube, and I kept coming across the Neverfull, and I realized I just didn't like the monogram version. Now I also love the monogram version, but at the time I was just looking at the monogram version thinking it looks a little bit too loud with so many monogram logos on such a big surface area, because it is quite a big bag. But I remember seeing this Damier Ebene print on someone. I cannot remember who that was, but that girl was actually using it as her uni bag, and she had the Damier Ebene version. And I remember thinking, oh, that Neverfull bag in the Damier Ebene is actually quite chic. And she was talking about how carefree the bag was, and I absolutely love the red lining in general in the Damier Ebene pieces. So when I started seeing the Damier Ebene one everywhere, I was really sold on it. I just thought, do you know what? It is actually a really good work or school bag, and I do need a bag that can hold a lot of things, and I have used it as my work bag for a solid 2 years since I got it. So yeah, before YouTube, I was definitely not even considering the Neverfull, and I was sticking to the Speedies, but after a few videos, I was just sold on the Neverfull. On to the last item that YouTube made me buy is none other than the Hermès Clic H bracelet. So I am wearing one at the moment. So this particular one is probably my favorite one. This is in the color Marron Glaze and with the rose gold hardware, but this wasn't the first one that I purchased. I actually have quite the collection of the Hermès Clic H bracelets, and this is my collection. I have 5 of these bracelets, and YouTube is definitely to blame for this addiction. So the story with the CLAC bracelets is that when I started watching a lot of YouTube videos, I noticed that a lot of the luxury YouTubers, when they were doing videos, even if it wasn't related to the actual bracelet itself, you know, you can kind of see what they're wearing on their arms and, you know, what jewelry they're wearing. And a lot of the girls were wearing one of these CLAC bracelets for a lot of their videos. And I just remember thinking, oh, that's actually really, really nice. And I looked it up and I realized they were almost 1,000 Australian dollars per piece. At the time, I think it was about 800 Australian dollars for the thinner one and $900 for the thicker one. At the time, I remember thinking it's probably a little bit too much money for me. So I kind of stopped looking at them. And because I can't wear bracelets all the time, I do work in the healthcare sector, as you guys know, and we're not allowed to wear any jewelry from elbow down. So I told myself I can't even wear bracelets 5 days a week, so I've just got 2 days a week where I can potentially wear these, and to spend that much money on a bracelet that I may not even get that much use out of, I thought was a bit silly. So I controlled myself, and then I came across a video by Kara's LV Lover CC that I love watching here on YouTube. She did a review and collection of her Hermes bracelets, and when she was showing each piece individually and just talking about each one in detail, I just fell in love with them. And when I went to Singapore in 2015 on a girls trip with a couple of my girlfriends, we were luxury shopping, of course, because Singapore just has so many luxury stores, and we went into Hermes, and this was the very first Clic H bracelet that I bought. And I thought I was only gonna get the one, so I took ages deciding on the color and the hardware, and I just loved how fresh the white looked, and I knew I wanted the gold hardware because a lot of my handbags have the gold tone hardware, and I just prefer gold in my jewelry. So I ended up picking this one up, but since then I realized how much I love these things, and one by one I started getting more and more in my collection, and now I have 5. And as you can see, they're all in neutral colors, but now I'm thinking I do want a colored one. So I saw a pink one on LV Lover CC Kara's, and I absolutely love the pink one. And I also love the orange one, the classic Hermes orange. So who knows, I may end up adding more of these CLACs in my collection. YouTube definitely made me buy these, and no regrets whatsoever. So that is it for this video, guys. They were my 5 items that YouTube made me buy. I'd also like to tag some ladies here on YouTube. I tag Caitlin from Caitlin Palowski, Fashionably Amy, Jerusha Couture. Although Jerusha, I think you are more on the influencing others to buy things than to be influenced by YouTube, but I'd love to know your list as well. I also tag 408 California 408 and Aimee Jo. And any of you who make YouTube videos who'd like to do this tag video, I'd love for you to make this video as well. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I'd love to have you back. As always, thank you so much for watching this video and spending some of your precious minutes with me today, and I can't wait to see you again soon in my next video. Bye guys.
You're my Peter, taking me home.